reopen the local economy.
Joining us now live is Orland Park Mayor Keith Pekau. And Keith, we appreciate you joining us. I'm wondering, are you holding out hope here, or is just not ready to cancel these at this point?
As decisions go, this was actually, thank you very much for having me on tonight, but as decisions go, this was a pretty easy one. The way the contracts are written, if we were to cancel those contracts today, it would cost us $214,000. We'd have to pay it out. If we continue with the planning for the concerts and for some reason they end up being canceled a week before, 2 weeks before because of COVID-19, we don't have to pay the bands or the acts, and we're only out of the marketing, so we're out $70,000. In the meantime, we're keeping the option open of, let's hope that we return to normal. I think we would all like to return to normal, and if we can do that, that would be fantastic, and then we can host the concerts. And if we can't, we'll make that decision at the time. But it makes no sense to make a decision that costs you triple the money today when we can continue to plan.
Yes, some would call this wealth versus health, Mayor.
Excuse me?
Some would call this wealth versus health. You're not really looking out for the health of the folks in your village.
Well, I think 90 days from now, we will have different information. And if the circumstances on the ground at that time means that we have to cancel the concert, then we'll cancel the concert. But in the meantime, if it doesn't and we can hold the concerts, how horrible would it be to not have planned for it and have to cancel it because we didn't plan to have a successful event? So we're going to plan for it and hope that we can host it. And if the circumstances at the time dictate that we cannot, then we'll cancel it. But at the present time, no one can predict what's going to happen in 90 days, and no one can declare an emergency and cancel a contract 90 days out. So we're going to continue to plan for the best and hope for the best. Right. And I'm an optimist. I'd like to think that most people are, and we'd like to see things return to normal. And if we can, we sure as heck want to do it.
Yeah, fingers crossed for sure. Mayor, what did you think of the governor's new extended stay-at-home order and the changes that he did make today?
I think the changes that he made were very welcome. On April 10th, myself and 4 other mayors sent a letter to the governor requesting that certain businesses be reopened. To be honest, we haven't heard back from him, but today, everything that he opened was actually what was in our letter. So there was nothing that was in our letter that he actually opened a couple other things as well, but everything that we put in our letter, he actually opened up in some form or fashion today because we felt like it was safe enough to do some of the things that he's doing. If you call it maybe a phase 0 of reopening, that's what I would call it. So I think that was welcome news.
Are folks in Orland Park required to wear masks, and are they agreeable to your decision?
Are they agreeable to our decision for what?
Regarding the concerts.
I've heard mixed bags. There's people that are saying that I'm being reckless. There's other people that are applauding the efforts. I think it's probably running about 50-50. But everyone who was against that decision, I explained why the decision was made, and I think they understand now why that decision was made. It was a pretty simple decision as decisions go. As far as requiring masks, we do not have an ordinance to require masks, or we haven't made a statement to require masks because we question the legality of such an action, and additionally an enforcement issue as well, which obviously you heard the mayor of Chicago say they won't be enforcing it. You actually heard the governor today, so when he made it mandatory, said he won't be asking police to enforce it because I think they have the same legal advice that we have. And frankly, we've taken the approach that educating our residents is the way to go, and we strongly recommend following the CDC's recommendation. We've cut probably about 15 educational videos trying to keep people informed of what's going on, and the people of Orland Park have been doing a phenomenal job of following the rules without the heavy hand of government that maybe borders on the line of doing something that is beyond our legal authority. So they've done a great job, and I'm really proud of them.
So I know you're hopeful. I think everyone is, especially there in your Orland Park area. Do you think or foresee the possibility of these concerts perhaps being postponed or pushed to later? Will that still cost you money?
So we already pushed one concert back. It was supposed to be in June, and we pushed that back into August because that's as far back as we could push it. If, in fact, we do have to cancel, then we will be out whatever marketing dollars we spend, but we will not pay what we would have to pay today. So today, if we canceled, it would cost over $200,000. If we get to that point, it will cost us about $70,000 to cancel the concerts, just from the marketing efforts and that. And obviously, if we see that things are looking negative to hosting these events, we will cut back on our marketing expense. So it'll probably be much less than that ultimately we'll spend, because we wouldn't advertise the last two concerts if we knew they were going to be canceled.
All right, Mayor Pacala, thank you so much. Be safe, be well.
You're welcome. You too. Thank you.
Thank you. We're continuing to track all the latest developments in the COVID-19